What is up? It is your boy, Bretton Biggers here. Welcome back to another video, and today I wanted to talk about, it's been quite interesting the past few days, but, not like anything in terms of football-wise, but in terms of, like, just what's been happening, you know? What's interesting is that if you have been on the channel for quite some time, I have obviously gotten 32 subs, and it's really nice and appreciative because, it's a number that is nice. It's nothing crazy, but it's something that can indeed be improved on. But, it is going to be very interesting to see what will happen during my time and stuff like that. But it is very hard to say, like, what I'm going to do during my time during the rest of spring break. But this is like, well, I want to talk about just some behind the scenes things of what has been happening. Like, February, as not a lot of people know, because I haven't made my month recap video, it was very rough. It was probably it's not the worst February, because again, if we're comparing this to freaking last year's February, it is, well, not comparable. Like, they're not, I'm sorry, but it was still arguably a very terrible month. Dealt with depression issues. It was just a terrible month. It was mainly because of my sister being in the hospital, which was, again, very concerning, and I was kind of just like, okay. I was dealing with depression, and it was very hard. It was hard to be dealing with the depression, and it kind of just took a hold on me, and it really distracted me from, my life, and it's very, difficult. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of looking for my Roku stick at the moment. I'll be right back. So I am back, but I'm sorry with the audio. I'm kind of just itchy at the moment, but it's been a very rough start to my year, which I already could say this is the truth, and a lot of people could say this. It's kind of just life for me at this point, and I have to just, deal with it. I have to deal with a lot of terrible things in my life, and I can't suck it up, because I just can't. And that's just like an issue that I have with other people, is that I have limits of just generally anything, and it's just been very annoying. What's kind of been also annoying is the fact, like, it's just like, school is the devil itself to me, and I literally mean it, but my life, like, I'm starting to think it's not just school. It's starting to be home, too. Like, I'm starting to think that home, my life, is a devil. And most people around me are just devils. and in school's frickin' Satan. That's kind of what I think of my life. That's why I take, well, like, go on the PlayStation or therapy or try to get away from things. Because it's like a break of real life. A break of real life. Because, like, if I got a break from my life and, let's say, live a good life for, like, once, and what I mean by that is not being, like, over stressed out, get stuff that I want, not necessarily everything, but some things, but it's just like that really just frustrates me, is my life is just gonna get worse from here, and that sucks. Like, I have to live with such a terrible, outside of 2 years of my childhood being a piece of crap, and I'm going to have to live with my adulthood, which is most likely going to be, again, a piece of crap. It sucks, and I have to live with that. It's just like, do I really want to live anymore? Like, that's the question that I'm having here. Do I really want to live anymore? That's the questions I always ask myself, is, do I want to, and do I not? It's because, like, it's tough to live a life where, it's hard to live a life where you just don't have, like, bright spots in your life. And it's just difficult. There's nothing I could say. And again, if not a lot of people have known, I take mental medicine to help my mental health, but which again should be taken a little bit more seriously than a lot of people think. But it's just something very hard to think about. Something not that easy to think about, but yeah. Like, I'm not saying, like, life is pain and, like, life is a tragedy and, like, just that stuff. I mean, I do say sometimes I think life is indeed a tragedy sometimes. Like, to me, what I think of life, I think of trying to pass and go to heaven, I think. That's kind of what I think of. Like, are you worthy to go to heaven? That's kind of just how I think of it. And not others. Like, I have, to really be fair, ever since, like, this year, I have never, like, felt so close to really wanting to die in life. And I'm not really joking about that. Like, it went here, and in, like, 6th grade it went up massively, and 7th grade it also went up massively. It's just like that. And ever since, like, my depression stage, my 1 to 5 scales just loopedly loop. Like, sometimes it's 1, and then it goes to 3 for no reason, and then it will go to 5 for a reason. It's kind of how my life is. It's just dumb, and I honestly just hate it, and it's kind of just my life's fault, and I can't really blame it on me. Now, I'm saying is, like, the YouTube, like, my YouTube is probably, like, the moment of my life change. Like, it's like a break It's kind of like get out of a jail free card. It's just getting out of my life. That is a tragedy, quote unquote. Because, yeah, sure, I may have a house, which a lot of people don't have, nice parents, but, or really a lot of things in general, but it's not that easy to really think of these things, because well, I consider them as basic, and a lot of people will say, well, basic things are good in life, and it is indeed true. Having a good mom, dad, house, food, and that's one reason why I don't really ask for so much in time, because I think of me like, and that's why, again, I love Turning Red so much. It's like Malin Ree I could so connect with, because like she wants to do everything that she wants from her mom and hope that she could like perfect for her or something like that. That's kind of what I want as well with my mom and dad, which is stepdad, and so I don't even get one basic thing, which is having a dad. And to be a loving, caring dad. In my case, that is. Because you know what he does in spring break? He's spending his time with his family, which I understand, but you're not spending time with your kids. Like, no, why? It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's frustrating. But it's kind of just how life rolls to me. But yeah. Now, what I'm trying to say is, if not a lot of people are quite understanding, is outside of YouTube and on my PlayStation, which it's sometimes with my PlayStation is, I am just terrible. I don't consider myself as a terrible person by any means, but I don't really consider myself to be a good person either. I don't really consider any kids to really be considered to be good in my school. And yeah, it's kind of just how my life works, and it sucks. And I just am infuriated. Like, I'm just like infuriated with the life that I live with and stuff like that. But it's very hard to try to stay to one piece mentally about school. Like, I loved school as elementary, which I think is quite understandable, but middle school, I absolutely just hate it. Which is, again, understandable, but there are a lot of other things that are not understandable in some middle schools. For example, the lack of care of what students do in middle school. Like, it's just my opinion. I don't think they quite understand things. I mean, sometimes even adults don't understand what they're doing. And I can already tell that for moments in my life I've seen. That's just my opinion. But I really do think that school doesn't take their students of what they do to other students very seriously, outside of Miss Krager and the principals when they get notified about this. But that's kind of it. Like, the only thing that really does indeed care, like they care about what students do, is kind of just with the announcements in SEL. Which is, by the way, like a solid 14 minutes. No, maybe not 14, but like 26. But like, why? It's just like they only care about like it seems like 1.01% about um, the care of the um, attention of the kids. Because, I mean, I can say this to relatively every teacher I've seen in middle school, especially with substitutes, especially. Which, Miss Masick, again, as much as I hate her, there is one thing that is redeeming with her, which is how hard it is to work with the classroom that she had in math. Which, again, it was very understandable. Because you're just talking and talking and talking and not even sitting in the correct spots, by the way. It's like just so dumb. I'm like, why? And when she wants to send them in the office, I totally understand. And I think every kid should be taken in the office a solid 5 times. Me, on the other hand, would get 2. Because I think every kid deserves it. Every kid deserves, has had issues with every kid in the school, which is very understandable. And I think it just makes sense to me. But there will be some people that disagree with that, but I just don't think so. But I had, I think, 3 meetings. Like, I'm about to have my 3rd meeting with the school. That's kind of how, like, serious this is just going on. And to me, like, as much as I understand of how hard the breakwater teacher has been, she has not did a good job of what she's been doing. Like, I understand she's trying to push me into stuff, but I think she's pushing me way too hard. Like, I'm not joking with you. Like, I think there are some aspects that are just saying, hey, you're pushing someone too hard. In my opinion. It's very hard and very stupid, in my opinion, of how much the pushing truly be. Like, in 8th grade, I know I'm going to be out in all classes, which is very obvious because I should be, because of just, well, I'm an 8th grader. What do you expect? But I'm not going to get help, and that's just one thing that pisses me off about one of these kids, which I'm so close to considering as a friend. But there are just these tiny little aspects that just pisses me off. He doesn't appreciate the help that he gets. Like, he gets the most help out of every breakwater kid. I will freaking love having one-on-one freaking help. Or 1-on-2, or 1-on-3. Like, something like that, you know? It's very frustrating for the fact that he gets so much help and he doesn't care about it. Like, I barely get any help at all, because there's one teacher that's taking care of, like, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 students. So, I'm, like, barely getting help. I'm getting, like, solid, like, 10% of the help. He's getting, like, at least 33%. Just 3 times, by the way, the amount that I get. That's just, like, why? Is he just disrespecting the ways of what he's getting for help? And it's, again, frustrating. And also, again, just, like, some things I just can't stand. Just, like, playing with putty and getting distracted at work. And also kind of just forgetting things as well that he doesn't remember, which is just one thing I just cannot stand. I just can't stand when a lot of kids in middle school in general, but, like, if I had to pick one kid to hang out with for a day, it's gonna be him, or Trey. It's probably gonna be Trey, honestly, but, like, if it's not Cousin, it's gonna be Evan, and I think that's very obvious to me. But, yeah. One thing I just, like, it's just one thing that just adds up to just making my life terrible. And again, I don't have friends in real life. Like, in real life, is a dumpster fire. It's literally just trash. My reality of life is garbage, and I kind of want to die, and I wish I could reset my life and hopefully have friends or something. It's like, again, these tiny aspects is just terrible. It's not that I even believe there has had issues with me as a child or in the process of being a baby, which I won't be talking about it anymore because then it makes this video a little inappropriate, but you kind of get what I mean. But it's very hard to live life with mental issues, which, again, as much as I would love to keep saying this, I will. But yeah, I mean, it's just really hard to, be me. That's kind of just the point I want to make for you guys. But yeah, I'm not saying like I will. Okay, actually, really, I can't make a promise, but yeah, I'm not gonna even bother saying it. But I just, in my opinion, really do hope. I hope big time for big things in my life. And I will never, I'll never stop hoping of the chance to becoming an actual YouTuber. And nothing's gonna stop me from that. Nothing will stop that. And I just think that's the truth. I would like to be a YouTuber. I have pretended to be a famous YouTuber for God knows how long until I made this channel. I have probably did it for 5 to 6 years or something. Well, maybe not 5 to 6 years. I would say more 3 to 4 years, maybe even 2 to 4 years. But yeah, you kind of get what I mean. I really, 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 I wanted this to be as my job, but it's not going to be easy. I have a lot of terrible stuff that just goes on with my life and stuff like that. And there is this one thing that I would love to do in my life if I don't have the capability of a YouTuber or anything like that. It would be having a job at the Perry Lolos. And wondering what that is. That is a job all the way across the country where I am, and that's in Louisiana. And it's a place where they protect pimples and they rescue them. And I would love to do a job like that. I don't even care if I'm not getting paid that much, honestly. I would love to go as a kid, or, well, technically teenager, help dogs find their homes, or parolees with their jobs, and hopefully they live on with their lives. And people that actually do care about dogs, which is stuff that, I have a big passion for, is dogs. I love dogs more than I love people sometimes. Actually, mostly. But yeah, I love dogs. I don't care what type of dog or what type of breed. I just straight up don't care. If I could get a chance to hang around with dogs, and, I mean, maybe not clean poop, but give them a good environment to live in, I'm all down for it. So I mean by even giving them blankets, even food, water, anything really, just to give them a good environment to live in. It's just something I like to do. Just to help dogs. Now, the issue with me with that would be if I have to put down dogs, which to me, I don't think I will be able to take as a human being. The dramatize of me with Cassie and Mo, of Cassie had put down, but just the dramatization of that, just I don't think I can quite stand that. It's again very unfortunate, and it sucks. Now, obviously, I've been a grown man since then, and that's the truth. I wasn't even a teenager yet, and I haven't hit puberty. So there are some changes to that, and obviously I have experience, which is the only positive that did end up happening again, which will definitely happen again, unfortunately. That's just how life works. But I honestly just pray for this job. I pray, I'll count my mission stars for at least one of these two jobs. Or football, again, but it's a kind of a hit or miss with that, because with actual understanding of football, it just makes it more of like a toss of the year. But I still don't even know if I'm going to do football this year. And I'm about to run out of time here. It's like, I think around like 3-4 months, no? Yeah, like 3 to 4 months. And I still have no idea if I want to do it or not. Yeah, the clock is ticking. And we're about like 30% done. For the love of God, I hope I get an idea of what I want to do with the next 70%. But, yeah. But also, content with this channel has been quite interesting. I kind of been mainly doing Madden videos. It's not because, like, I hate, like, playing Fortnite. It's just, like, I'm not getting a ton of views with my Fortnite videos. Obviously, some of my most high view videos are, of course, Fortnite videos, obviously, but it's not a lot. You know? It's something that I really wish can change, but it's not how it's going to change. One thing I wish could change is my YouTube channel all around. I wish it could be, actually moneyable. Like, I could get money from this. But it's not how it works, unfortunately. But anyway, I will be ending the video here. I kind of just wanted to make this video because I wanted to make sure you guys know what's been going on behind the scenes. But anyway,